We are live. Welcome to everyone online. Welcome to everyone here. I'm Rev Rita, and this is
Reverend Patrick, who's now
in case you
on. There we go. Welcome to the Institute of what?
Magnificence.
The home of
Center for Spiritual Living, Kauai.
And we are so happy to be here. This is a great month. What is our theme this month, Rev Rita?
Did you forget? Ready to receive.
You said it.
I said it. I did
yes,
say.
ready to receive. And we also have an affirmation, and it's very simple, yet very profound. It is, I receive my unlimited good now.
I receive my unlimited good now.
One more time. I receive my unlimited good now. And this is, we're going to take a moment here, and we're going to take it for our brothers and sisters on our other island, Maui. But let me tell you, right now there's only one island, and that island takes place right here in our hearts. And we send it out to our brothers and sisters and everyone that has been affected by these fires and everything else that's going on. But we know that love transcends, so we're going to take some time right now to transcend. There is no time and there is no space in the quantum field, so we can reach them right here and right now as I light this candle. Hi, Ann.
So let's just take a deep breath and just melt into our seats and recognize that we are supported by an infinite universe in every single moment. And it is love.
sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love.
We are
Sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love.
There is a loving power in the universe, and we can use it. That is the power, whatever we want to name it, it doesn't matter, but it is the power that started everything from the beginning, and it's the same power that has created each of us and has created the bonds between us. And that power is working in and through us during this service, but in each and every moment as we leave this service and throughout our day. And I know that power is a healing power. And I know that we all call in that power to heal anything that needs to be healed, especially, of course, to Maui, but across the world, where it is needed, any place in the world. And so in this service, we acknowledge that we are powerful, and that power that works through us spreads throughout this whole entire space. It goes out beyond and beyond and beyond. And I am so grateful for knowing that love and power, the healing power of this thing we can call God, is working through us, in and through us. It is us, and we can demonstrate it. So grateful for this. So glad you're here in this service and listening in. And let's all keep that in our hearts, is that loving, healing power.
We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roseanne.
Thank you, Roseanne, our practitioner for the day, and thank you to Jeremy and Amy Brown. Thank you. That was a beautiful song. Oh,
Yeah, beautiful lullaby for our planet right now, yes?
yeah, I hear
I
feedback
feel a vibration.
coming from.
You notice that happens a lot when I get up here. Last time the lights went out or something was happening, so you can't help it. It's just vibration here.
So welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Kauai again. Welcome to everyone online, where we are just magnifying our magnificence and waking us all up to our magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity. I think that was just a perfect example of unity right there and right now, where we know that what we feel and what we put out is felt everywhere. So thank you for joining us today. And I just wanted to say something else about the science of mind and spirit that we practice here, is that we talk about God. We use the word God, and sometimes that can be a word that like sets people off in the wrong direction for some reason, because some of us have backgrounds with a judgmental God. But that is not the God that we're talking about. There's only one God, one power, one light, one source, one energy, one unified field, and it's good, and it's goodness, and it's current. I like that word, that our God is current. So that means that our God works through us, as us, all the time. We are manifestations of the one God, the one spirit, the one mind, all connected to each other. And it's current. So whatever's happening in the world, whatever happening in our individual lives, God is current. It's there. It's in everything. I think that's just an important thing to remember. It's not back in time, or that we have to go get it or pray up to it or any of that. It's surrounding us, infusing us, and it is current, and it is all powerful. It is the one great power. The one great power. And what is it? Love. That's what it is. So thank you for being here.
Well, speaking of love, I've been noticing a little bit of like a red thing happening here and there. It's just little spots of red.
Marianne, you remember.
So you tell us, since I'm not wearing red.
We decided, it was Kiana and I, we decided to start this tradition of having Red Sunday the third Sunday of every month, where we would wear red, celebrating our passionate selves. You guys can do it too. I see that, Jesse's almost there.
Yeah, there we go.
So that we would just celebrate our passionate selves. I'm writing a book called Where's My Red Dress? And it's about celebrating my passionate self in my 70s. So it's just the start of all that. It's all good. It's so if you feel it and you want to join us on the third Sunday of the month, join us. And we'll take a picture after, so that'll be great.
There we go. Yes. And if you're here for the first time, yes, this is
you
how we roll. Yes. So I noticed that there is, because I do have some psychic ability, I noticed that there are some new people, not only online, but in this room. And I bet you're thinking, God, he's really good, right? Well, it's also those wonderful little seashell necklaces that you have on that allows me to see us, allows us. Who else is here for the first time? Raise your hand. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, that is
Welcome.
Beautiful. And I am so glad that you took time out of your life to come here. Because the one thing that I have been learning lately is that time is the biggest gift that we have. And it's not guaranteed every moment, but it's guaranteed in our hearts. So I take it very, very, very seriously, and then also to have a lot of fun, if you know me, that you are here. But we just want to let you know that we found out a few things about you, and we just asked, people that you knew, and they sent in some stuff. So what we found out that, I cannot wait to tell you this. I mean, it is good. You're speaking of red dresses. I mean, let's go. Let's go here. Are you ready? This is what we know. You are magnificent. Woo! And I can, do you hear that breath of relief? That's what yes, I saw that. And then she's looking over at him going, what did you say to him when I was over there? But here's what's happening. We know that about you because we found that out about ourselves. And that's what I believe we all are on this planet, is once we find out, it is not narcissistic, by the way, to love yourself. If you hear that anywhere, it is not the truth. The truth is that I cannot fully love you until I fall in love with myself. And I have said that many times. Would you date yourself? And the second thing is, if you date yourself, would you ask yourself out again? That's the thing. So that's where we get here at this, in this beautiful center, the dating center of ourselves. And then we get to push that out into the world, just like we did with that song. We loved ourselves so much that we were able to send it out into the world. So what we like to do is, do what? We like to affirm that. So if you want to put your hand on your heart, if you feel that, just take a nice deep breath in and, I am magnificent. Oh, and we are not alone. Once we know how magnificent we are, we become the very we of life. We are magnificent. And as we're in this wonderful state right here, there are some people that are kind of eavesdropping, but it's a good eavesdropping. It's our live stream. And they are looking at us right now, and they are knowing their magnificence. So let's not leave them out, shall we?
You
are
are
magnificent.
magnificent.
Now, as a community, let's just tell each other, let's show each other, you are magnificent. You're magnificent. I know that Ray is magnificent.
You
That's it.
two are
There's
magnificent.
Melissa, Roseanne.
You are definitely magnificent.
Two over here.
You are magnificent.
Oh, you. Oh, wait. There's Ann. You're magnificent. And
You are
Bob
magnificent.
too. And Bob too.
All right, let's have Jeremy and Amy
Jeremy
take us away.
and Amy.
Yay.
Good morning, everybody. Aloha. Dreaming about a new reality, inviting you to feel it here with me. Looking to the moon so we can see. We'll be swimming in the love so naturally. Cause I know that everywhere you go, that is where my heart will follow. So we'll be giving love and good energy. Like Sister Mary, we surrender to the flow. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, so come with me, dive deep into the sea. Hold me now, don't ever let me go. So many ways that a man may say, so many days that a woman she will stay. Keeping it moving, there ain't no time to stray. We be giving good loving any time of day. Life is for the living, this we know. Coming through the fire now once more. Opening the Buddha butter bomb, chanting Om. Rising from the ashes, now we grow. We be rattling through the changing times to come. We be battling all the demons with a guitar strum and from this here drum, like Brother Kenny said, remember all is one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a new song that we came up with pretty recently, and realized that it speaks of coming through the ash, rising from the ashes, and we just send this one out to all the folks affected, and we're with you. We're dreaming about a new reality, kinda like the way you're feeling it with me. Looking to the moon so we can see. We'll be swimming in the love so naturally. Cause I know that everywhere you go, that is where my heart will follow. So we'll be giving love and good energy. Like Sister Mary, we surrender to the flow. Life is for the living, this we know. Coming through the fire now once more. Opening the Buddha butter bomb, chanting Om. Rising from the ashes, now we grow. Whoa, whoa, yeah. So come with me, dive deep into the sea. Hold me now, don't ever let me go. Oh, 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 oh. All right. Thank you.
Job.
Wow. Yeah. I love the metaphor or myth of the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's like fresh start, right? It's painful, yes, but once you rise from those ashes, then we can start anew and we can support one another with that love. Well, it just so happens the title of our message today is Under Construction. I'll say it again. Under construction. I said to my dear wife, co-spiritual director this morning, I feel like my whole life has been under construction. You ever feel that way? Or is it just me? No, I know. Just me, yeah. And yeah, so under construction, I need a little room in case I do an interpretive dance, which has been known to happen here. I looked at it, but all of a sudden I got another idea too, under construction or under creation. Yeah, I like the under creation. It's less messy. I doubt it. I doubt it. Whatever you call it, it's about what? We are right in the midst, if we can even imagine it, 6 more Sundays after 8 years here. We're moving over to the Hangwangji, wonderful property. And I feel definitely that we are under construction. And if you go over there, they definitely know that we're under construction as well. And it's been a very interesting journey to do this. And I just have to give a credit once again to Reverend Rita, who has learned that the for woman skills. And she's just over there, I'm just really proud of her. Looking at the electricity, looking at the thing, acting like she knows what she's doing. And she's like, yeah, get that over there. Let's get a ladder up over there. Hey, Glenn, you got the lights going? Yeah. And where was I? Hiding. Because I didn't want anyone, we talked about it last week. My beauty and all of that stuff was all in jeopardy about a week ago. And don't even say, what do you mean a week ago? So today we are looking at that idea of what is it to be under construction. And I feel it's a good thing. It's uncomfortable. Would you not agree that when we're redoing things in our life, we're looking at things, and our lives have such great chapters, don't they? We're all on a new chapter all the time, if we choose to be. If we choose to be. I know a lot of people that have been on chapter 2 for a moment or two. And it's okay, because I don't have any judgment about that. I just have never known. We were talking about comfort zones, and someone says, yeah, isn't it nice, just to be comfortable and not. I said, I don't know what it's like to be in a comfort zone. I really don't. I don't mean my life is tragic or in jeopardy all the time, but I don't know what that's like to go, I'm just comfortable. Because in this business, as we have been for 10 years, we have been stretching it a lot. And now we're even in a more of, okay, I have an idea. Let's start a new lease. 5 more years. Let's do it. We'll have our 15th year together. So I'm looking at this, and I just love this quote that I found by our Charles Dickens. It's a little early, but Charles Dickens. He says the whole difference between construction and creation is exactly this: that a thing constructed can only be loved after it's constructed, but a thing created is loved before it exists. Chicken skin right on up here, right? God skin, as I call it. It's our imagination. I just watched a documentary, this guy wanted to show, I have that sheepish look because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then everybody's got an opinion about that. But I tried to get Rita to watch it. Oh boy, she loved it. No, she did. But she was tired. It had nothing to do with the actual thing. And I said, and he was talking about this idea of constructing your whole. Rita always goes, why do you always have to tell about me? Why don't you just talk about you when you're up there? But that whole idea of the imagination. And he said, I could not have have anything in my life without seeing it first. Without really seeing it and feeling it. And I'm thinking, that is so true. So true. So let's read it again. The whole difference between construction and creation is exactly this. A thing that is constructed can only be loved after it's constructed. But a thing created is loved before it exists. And that's what's happening with this new place. That's happening with the new us in our lives. We're all making changes. And for us to just go, I'm under construction and that's okay, right? I would like it to already be done and everything fine. You walk in and you just go, oh, it's beautiful, right? Even myself, I would like it to Patrick to have it down and just say, yeah, Love it? But life is a continuous construction. So I have another wonderful by David Allen Coe. I just got crazy. I was being led, being guided, and it says, "It is not the beauty of a building you should look at." Ooh, I wish they had told us that before we started investing, but it's okay. It is not the beauty of the building you should look at. It's the construction of the foundation that will stand the test of time. And that really, really resonated to me, because I look back at my life. I look back at the last 47 years, and I think, I'm, oh, how they turn. Oh, how they turn. If you're new here, they're turning right now. You got it, don't you? No, but I'm looking at my life, and I went, what makes Patrick who Patrick is? And I know many of you have asked that question so many times in the last years that we've all been together. But I'll tell you the thing I'm the most proud of and the most excited about is my foundation. Not just science of mind, the very foundation that, yes, what? Barefoot. Barefoot, look at. When I first came here, thank you, Gabriella. When I first came here, I wore shoes the first day at the hotel. Yes, I did. And then Jeevan, who was our man in the very beginning, our musician, he said, you know, I would probably lose the shoes. just so you could, I go, I'm a minister. And he goes, yeah, you got to lose the shoes. And then, so what I did was I lost the socks. Thank you for just totally, I'm all the way over here now. So I would wear shoes with no socks. Oh, Miami Vice. So this is what, and if you don't know who that is, I'm not 47, no. But this whole thing, and then Jeevan, you know, my mentor, he said, come here, Reverend Patrick, you know, the talks are great, but you don't wear the shoes without socks, because then there's going to be an odor. And I went, I did not know that, Jeevan. So here I am, all these years later, finally barefoot in front of you. Thank you, Gabriella, for, yes, I have many things I am still learning because I'm under construction and I'm under creation. And I thought this would be a perfect time today to kind of review. I do this about once a year, I've been led to this thing about our stages of consciousness because I have been using a lot of them. And if you don't know, I got mine from Michael Beckwith, but if you look at them, everybody, it's all of their four stages of consciousness. It's everyone. I go on YouTube and they'll say, shh, wait till you hear this one. It's breathtaking, everybody. Get out. I have 4 stages of consciousness to share with you. I'm thinking, are those the same ones? But I do want to look at them, because they are so simple and profound, and when I live my life and really live my life by them, then I feel like I can understand it. We all know that consciousness is what? Awareness. It's what we are. If you break me down to the very cells and the very particles, it's consciousness. It's consciousness. And I'm making a whole career out of raising my consciousness to a place and to a level where I can be a walking treatment or a walking prayer in life. And then the first one is when you believe that life is what? Happening to me. Now, interestingly enough, I every once in a while will fall back on that because I don't know about you, but it just feels good to blame someone else. I know it's wrong. I know it's not going to really serve anything, but it's like I want to go, how'd this happen? And then we go, who? The evil son got me, S-U-N, not son. The evil son, and he didn't wear a hat. And I went, that's how it happened to me. And I say no. Because once I get past that delight in blaming you for my life and blaming my parents, oh my God, they've had so many years. So, yeah. Then I have to go to what? to that it's happening by me. And then we think, wow, this is new thought. This is the new thought movement here. It doesn't happen to me, which I'm very glad, because then I would be dodging all day if I thought life was happening to me. But then I think by me, and then you get kind of cocky. It's happening by me, right? Do a little treatment, this happens, all because I'm aligned. And that's kind of a good thing until you realize that it's not really enjoyable or even energetic to do it all on your own. Because then you're overworking, and then you're overdoing it all, saying, it's my responsibility. I don't get to blame anybody. So that means I get to take care of it all. And there is truth in that, and that is what I live by. But what I have been recently, and it wasn't an easy journey always, but to know that I am a conduit, and that spirit, energy, call it whatever you want, God says, psst, Patrick, you're not on your own, man. This energy is who you are. Just open up. I'll go, how's that going to happen? How am I going to get the resources for the construction? How are we going to get the funding? The good old word. Don't you love the F word? Funding. The funding for it. How are you going to get it? I'm not. I'm going to open up. I'm going to allow Spirit to move me, through me, as me, later, through me right now. So I'm not alone. I know that even though, and the only time, how he gets excited and passionate about this, the only time I am miserable is when I think I'm doing it myself and I have separated from the very source that I am. That's the only time. There has never been a time that I have been miserable. Well, no, there's never been a time that I was miserable that I didn't know that I had separated and said, hey, power of the universe, man, I got this. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do this. And then the ultimate state that we want to be in, if we choose, is the consciousness of life as me. Life says, we don't have to worry about a thing anymore. But worrying it, oh God. Did anybody else go to the training of the School of Worry? Yeah. Wow. It's just like, someone says, don't worry about it. And I was like, really? Wow. Just think about it for just 1 second. Just go into my world for a minute, as scary as it might be for you. Just go into my world for a moment and just think, what if I had so much trust and so much faith that life was happening as me? Like this morning, no matter what's showing up right now is who I am right now. And that's where my self-love comes in. And lately I've been hearing stuff just through the grapevine about this, we have to be more realistic about our self-love, and it's like bypassing and just stuff you're hearing, and I just go, oh, that's just your distraction. It's called weapons of mass distraction. Oh my God. I know when I'm doing it. Like we have our beautiful brothers and sisters up against a lot in California with some possible weather stuff going on there, right? And I just wasn't upset about it. Not because I didn't care. I called everybody. We had checked on everybody, and I sent text, you're surrounded in love. But I said, me worrying for them is serving them not. If I'm going to go out and I'm going to do something, then I'm for that. But if I'm just going to sit here and go, did you check the report? Did you check the report? And I kept seeing category 2, and everyone's mind was a category 8. And have you ever done that in life? It's like, I'm making stuff up as I go along anyway. I don't even know if it's going to happen. But I'm going to, But if it does, ooh, now I can justify my worry. No, I did not. I said, let's go into prayer then. Let's go into treatment. California, where I'm from, just wrap yourself around it. And that's why I know that when we sit in these chairs and we're doing whatever we're doing, it isn't just a nice little airy-fairy thing to say that our entanglement is with every single person. Right now, no matter where you are in this room, we are together. And not just because we're in the room. So I know that when I feel frustrated that I can't do anything about that out there, I go, oh, yes, you can. I'm that ocean over there, even though that ocean is over there. I am getting so excited about it because when I get scared and out of our comfort zone, that's where I go for comfort. That some of the time during the day, it's happening to me. Have a nice little party about it. Because it does, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. No, I don't care what you say. It just feels good sometimes to blame them. I don't even know who it is, but to blame something outside of yourself, right? It's not wrong. It's just that when you get past that and you go, oh, I'm responsible, and not only that, but I'm not alone, and it's working through me as me. How are we going to get the funding? Oh, you couldn't even wake up early enough to figure that one out. You couldn't even think about it. I'm thinking, really? And so all I have to do is love. That's all I have to do. And as I have many conversations, it really does start with self-love. And so, with that being said, we have to me, by me, through me, as me. And then at the end of the day, none of them are anything. It's all one thing. Just like this island thing about our brothers and sisters over on Maui. We're separate islands, but we're here. We're here. And I know that love does carry through. So what are we going to take today about this project that we're under construction with ourselves? I call it the Project Me. Whatever it is in your life right now, whatever stage of life you are in, no matter what is going on in our lives, we are free. We have always been free, and we always will be free. And just to let you know that I do walk on water, but there's one thing I don't do, and that's just take it for granted. We all know I love my little inner child. I do a lot of that work in there, but I'm going to tell you, it's a practice. And if you have found a way to get out of the practice of self-love and that it just automatically happens for you, will you please tell me? Because I will bottle it and I will sell that, because this is a daily moment-to-moment practice. That one that you walk by the mirror and you stop. You look in that mirror and you just go, wow. Wow. Look at you. Look at you. When's the last time I told you I love you? Will you marry me? But I'm already married. But that's okay. Does that make sense? That's that feeling tone that I want to leave us all with today. That we can fall in love with ourselves so deeply that we don't have to get it anywhere else, and it is just pleasurable when we do. Namaste. Oh.
Patrick, thank you, Reverend Patrick. And, you mentioned being under construction, building and creating. And I read something really beautiful about the Hawaiian culture and the Hawaiian people. Their homes are like living entities for them. And there's so many that have lost their homes, but through song that they can be, brought back into the present in that way. And this is an old song called Puamana by Irmgard Aluli. And she wrote this song about the area of Lahaina right on the water called Puamana. And it speaks of the coconut trees and the flowers and the fragrances and the whispering seas. And so we're going to share this song right now so that we can bring back, this one little thought and bring back some of the beauty to that area, as it will be a long haul, but it's going to come back. Maybe I'll tune up I got a new guitar. Maybe she wants to be a little tuned. Mana ku'uho me ilahaina me na pua ala ona ona ku'uho me I aloha ia pua mana ku'uho me ilahaina me na pua ala ona ona ku'uho me I aloha ia ku'uho me I ka ulu o ka niu ku kila kila e na pe mali ku'uho me I ka ulu o ka niu ku kila kila e na pe mali Home nani, home I ka aikai, ke konane akamahina, I ke kai hawana. Haina, ia mai ka puana ku'uho me I lahaina I piha me ka hau'oli haina ia mai ka puana ku'uho me I lahaina I piha me ka hau'oli Right.
Yes.
That was beautiful. And Jeremy let me know that red is the color of Maui. So I thought, how perfect is that, right? We can sell Maui. That's what he told me. I know. Go talk to him. I didn't know that.
I gotta fact check myself.
Oh, no, he's going to check. You told me? Okay. All right. I won't blame you. I don't blame others. Is that what you told me? Yeah, okay. I should have looked it up myself before I said anything. Okay. Under construction. Where to start? Well, the first thing I think about is the roads that we've been dealing with on Kauai that are constantly under construction, right? And then I rethought it because I was like, I don't want to go out into traffic every day and feel yucky about it. And so I rethought it, I reframed it, and I thought, what? There's people out there trying to make our roads better. That's what they're really doing. they're trying to make our roads better. And they did do a really good job at the one road down there that I don't have to get stuck in traffic all the time. So why can't I just reframe things and look at them from a positive light, which you brought up, that there's this thing called toxic positivity, and I don't understand that, because how can positivity be toxic? The only way it could, I can't even like fathom how it could be toxic, because what's the alternative is to look at the dark side of everything. Even for the people in Maui, for the people in California, like we said, we're all entangled, so we should be shining our light, right? Like we do here every Sunday. That's not toxic positivity. That's not. It's not positive is what people need right now. They need it really bad. That's what I feel anyway. So as far as reconstruction, I'm thinking about it in a whole different way, because, or construction, whatever it is, under construction, we're under construction. Everything we came here with was really perfect. Like, there's something called our divine individuality, our individualization of the divine within us, that is innately perfect. It's the seed of perfection, Ernest Holmes calls it. The original life is infinite. It is good. It is filled with peace. It is the essence of purity. It is the ultimate of intelligence. It is power. It is law. It is life. It is in us, in the inner sanctuary of our own nature, hidden perhaps from objective gaze, nestles the seed of perfection. So that's who we are. Do we believe it? All right, if you believe it, I think that's great. I believe it too, but I don't always know it. Like, I don't always know it, because, like, I was brought up, you know, wearing a red dress was not a good thing. I won't go into that, but yeah, it was like a derogatory thing to wear a red dress, and I was like, okay, but then I did a one-woman show, and the last thing I do is come out in a red dress and say, no, this is perfect. A red dress is perfect. It represents passion to me. It represents life. It represents riches. It represents a lot of beautiful, amazing things. So I think we get piled on, like, with a bunch of stuff. That's called our personality. We get piled a bunch of stuff that's told to us that, and maybe not all of you. I know I grew up that way, and if you didn't, that's fine too. But I grew up with a lot of stuff piled on top of me. So for me, reconstruction is kind of, or construction is kind of deconstruction. Like, I have to, like, get all that stuff gone and replace it with what I truly know about myself. I want to continue to know, which I believe is what this journey is all about, is remembering who we are, and remembering how perfect we are, and remembering that we are pure love, and remembering that we are divine, and living our life from that place. But in order to do that, I have to let go of some things. So to me, that's deconstruction, like peeling away the onion. And this last week, it was interesting, because I was feeling a lot of that, like, oh, I'm not good enough, and it was coming up again. And you said something to me. He said, this is a good thing. No, he said, he goes, I really hope that you'll realize how amazing you are. And that really struck me, because I want that for each of us, to realize how amazing we are. We were born into space and time, and we were born into space and time. I'm sure maybe other generations feel this, but I feel like I've been through a lot from the time I was born in 1953. I went through a lot, and yet I'm still wanting to improve myself. I'm still wanting to give to others. And when you said that, it just made me go within and smile at my little girl. I have a picture. By the way, this is a really good thing I learned. Get your baby picture and put it on your desk, or carry it with you. And anytime you're feeling less than, look at that picture, and you'll remember how you came here. It's the most beautiful thing. Someone told me this in a talk, and I was like, okay, and now I have this little picture of myself sitting on my desk to remember who I am. And I just want that for all of us. That's what this whole teaching is about. And I go, well, why? Okay, so we're piled on with all this stuff sometimes, and that's what creates the feelings. But then, like Patrick said, we can't blame our parents forever. We can't blame our, ex-husbands. We can't blame our whatevers. for whatever it is because we're responsible. What are they called? What's the other word for an ex-husband? I like that word better. Husband. You were the one that said it. A husband. We love and we bless our husbands. We do. We do, right? Right, we do, Emma. We bless them because that was all part of our growth. It was all part of our growth. It was all part of our expansion. It was all part of whatever. We were doing the best we could at all times, and so were they, and that's the way I choose to look at it. But we can't blame them anymore, right? Now I forgot my train of thought. Anyway, so we're deconstructing. We're letting all these things go, and we're stepping into our power. And that was the question. The question was, why are we so afraid of it? Why are we so, using the word we, well, I'm going to read this quote and this quote is Marianne Williamson's quote. I looked it up. It is not Nelson Mandela's quote. He might have used it, but it is her quote. And I do not want to take it away from her. And it comes from that book, Return to Love. Thank you very much. Let's really take this in and see if we agree with what she's saying or understand what she's saying. And this is the whole quote. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. That's interesting. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. I'm not afraid that I'm not good enough. That's not it. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Yes, that makes sense to me because there's something that could create fear in us of actually taking responsibility and being as powerful as we are. And this is what's happening right now, is that we're being called upon to be that powerful, to be able to say, yes, I am God. Yes, God as me. Yes, yes, yes. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. It doesn't even make sense in a way when you think about it. But yes, it's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. I don't know about you, when I've done something in my life that's been dark, I wasn't necessarily afraid of being dark. I was afraid to be all that I am. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Who are you not to be? Beautiful, guys too, gorgeous, talented. You are a child of God. Well, we go further. We say that we are God, but we are birthed from this great spirit that we're all part of, so that's fine. You're a child of God. That's been the most misconceived thing, this thing about God, because I think that's where a lot of it comes from too, is that a lot of us were brought up with judgmental gods that we need to rewrite in our minds to know that we are children of a most powerful, loving presence that lies within us. That's what we are. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. Our playing small is not going to be serving Maui right now. Our playing small in consciousness is not going to be serving people in California that could be flooding out. No. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking to what other people won't feel. Well, I'm sorry. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. Have you ever felt that? I know I have. Sometimes people say they're scared of me, or I believe in this teaching. In fact, I believe in this teaching so strongly that I would like to just say, be gone all these things in race consciousness that don't belong to us anymore, like disease and, lack and all these things that I just want to just say, be gone. You're not invited into my household. You're not invited into my mind. You're not invited to anywhere, So sometimes there's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. No. Step into your power. Be the powerful artists you are, whoever you are, accountants, I don't care. Retired people, whatever you are. Shine your light. Okay. We are all meant to shine, as children do. Children know it more than anything, right? That's why that picture on your table is going to be so important on your desk if you don't already have it there in your wallet or whatever. Shine your light, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. God is expressing through us. It's experiencing all these things that we're experiencing. It's experiencing whatever. Even when we're sick, it's experiencing that. If we decide to be less than, it's experiencing that. It is. And we've got this glorious, amazing intelligence and power that we get to use and be, and that's what this is about. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us. That's the other thing. Some people say, well, if you say you're God, then, that's putting another person down, or it's, being narcissistic or whatever. No, it's in everybody. It is everybody. And we recognize it in ourselves, and then we recognize it in everybody else. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people the permission to do the same. Yes. When we shine, then people are going, oh, I can shine too. When Dr. Joe Dispenza does these these healings, meditations, and his things, he says people are making footprints for other people to follow, and people are going, wow, if they could do it, I could do it. So yes, and if you receive a healing of some sort or anything in your life, tell people about it. Tell them. Sometimes we're afraid, like if something's successful, to just share it. No, share it, right? We say that all the time, right? That sometimes we get scared. Okay, so, and as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. I'm going to live my way that. I'm going to live my life from that place. I'm going to read that quote over and over. And this is huge. And it's one of the reasons I've been feeling like I realized what it was, is that I'm out of my comfort zone. I need to get out. We need to get out of our comfort zones. This is not a time in our evolution where we can be in comfort zones. We need to move out of our comfort zones. This is huge. And what I noticed about it, what's happening, is every time I make a decision, or we make a decision to do something with it, it gets taken care of. Like, if this was just a little thing. It's almost like this momentum, like a snowball going down the hill, and it's gathering more and more energy and more snow as it goes. That's what's happening with this. It's like I called Spectrum the other day, and I wasn't even finished with the order to get it transferred, to get it turned on here because they have no internet. Roberta calls me yesterday and says, did you order Spectrum to come over here because they're looking where they're going to drill holes in the building and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I didn't tell them to go. I told them not till September. But that's what was happening. It's like it just starts to take off. When we step into our power, it just starts to take off. And the universe starts to go, yes, 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 let's get this done. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. And stuff starts to happen. It's just the way it works. It's like the paint job. We were like, okay, we're hesitating. Nothing's happening. Finally, we said, no, we got to get up today. We got to make a decision. The place has to be painted. It's going to be painted. And the right people show up. It's just like, that's what we have to do. We have to step into our power. You don't have to do anything. I'm a step into my power. I can't tell you what to do, and I can't live your life for you. I know that, but I can be an inspiration, and we can each be inspirations to each other. And we cannot necessarily feel like we're always in construction, but that we're in, and I love the idea about creation instead of construction, because there is a true thing about that. If this place doesn't start with love, it's Roberta. Is she telling me the Spectrum have drilled the holes yet? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, all right. Yeah, if this place doesn't start in love, and if it starts with a place of, oh my God, we got to construct this, and how are we going to do this, and how are we going to do that? No, I mean, Glenn came over with the people from KIUC, and it was just like, there they were, and they were already going, oh, we're going to replace the lights, and we're going to help Roberta too. Roberta's the lady that is the president of the mission there. It's just like, it just rolls. So, thank you. So, I think we're going to step into our red dresses, and we're going to live our life to the fullest. We're going to step into our power. At least this is what I'm going to do. You can follow if you want. And we're going to just get, just deconstruct all these things around us, these thoughts. We listen to Emma Curtis Hopkins now every night before we go to sleep. Her Radiant I Am, we just put it on. Yeah, because she sees the universe. She's a healer from the 1900s, 1900s. She sees the universe as God sees it, and that's all she'll see. She'll only see perfection. And that doesn't mean that you don't realize what's going on in the world. It just means that you keep yourself focused on how you want to see it happening. So let's do it. Namaste. Let's do it. I think I just talked to myself into it.
Ina ia mai ka puana me na pua alau na ona ku uho me I aloha ia ina ia mai ka puana me na pua alao na una ku'uho me aloha ia. Our love to the island of Maui, whose color is pink. The color of Maui is pink. And yes, Hawaii Island, Big Island is red. So you guys are representing all kinds of colors here and all kinds of islands, so thank you. I fact-checked that one. All right.
Melissa and Sue up. Sue Buckley. Okay, so this is our
Where's
time of giving, I believe.
We're moving on up.
We're moving on up. Do you all have your words? No. Oh, you don't need them? Okay. Well, you'll have them next week. Yeah, what?
Mine are all boring.
I still need mine. Okay. All right. So this is our beautiful song. This is our time of giving and practicing the law of circulation. And what we give comes back to us. I know that's the truth. I've been doing it all my life, and it does work. So thank you for what you give here today. Thank you for everybody online. Thank you for those that do monthly
no, I'm good.
donations.
I'm good.
And help us move on up. Thank you for the extra stuff that you give that goes to this. That's beautiful, too. And we finished the kids area. Well, we didn't finish the kids area, but we got the fence in, and that was really good. And we got all our sound equipment, and that was really good. It's sitting in our garage. And Jonathan's going to come sort through it. It's all good. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And here's our song, whenever Jonathan's ready. Louder. Thank you. Words by Sue Buckley.
Well, we're moving on up to Mackay side, to our own sacred space on the east side. Moving on up, 10 years in the making, finally got some space to expand. Kids don't learn in the kitchen, they need room to run. We gotta keep believing, we are the power of one. Now we've raised our consciousness, universe has our back. We believe in abundance, no such thing as lack. Yeah, we're moving on up to Mackay side, to our own sacred space on the east side. Moving on up, 10 years in the making, finally got some space to expand.
Dance break.
Come on, Patrick.
Okay. Don't encourage him. You're a dancing group. All right.
Here we go.
We've got Rita and Patrick, sometimes Cheryl too. We're one big Ohana, come and join our crew. So much more than Sundays, our classes will blow your mind. We know quantum science, revealing our divine. Yeah, we're moving on up to Mackay side, to our own sacred space on the east side. Moving on up, 10 years in the making, finally got some space to expand. Finally got some space to expand.
You said it.
Finally got some space
to expand.
All right, Roseanne, bless our collection. We're crazy. We are.
Wow. It's fun crazy, though. Huh? It is the good kind of crazy. Fun with excitement and enthusiasm for what's going on. So what I know in these baskets is energy. That's what it is. It's just plain energy that comes in, goes out, and makes things happen. And we're so grateful for these blessings, and it makes the world a better place when we can share our energy with each other. So thank you, and mahalo to everybody who gives from afar, near, whatever. You're part of something magical and wonderful that is happening very soon.
Yes.
Aloha.
Thank you. Thank you, Roseanne. All right, I think we have some children.
That's my thing.
Oh, they gave their tithing.
Oh my gosh.
I am a child
Rita.
of the universe, being born. Where'd you come from? Ryan, where'd you come from?
Are you back?
Are you
no,
back?
you're a figment of our imagination. Oh my gosh.
Look at them.
Yes,
They're all in
he
order.
has.
One.
So this is Miss Loya.
Miss
Give it up for Miss
Loya.
Loya.
Yeah. Let us know what's happening.
Thank you. So we read the book, I Wish You Were More. And it was really fun. They chose the book. And we had so much fun in our class doing art and hearing music. And what else did we do? You want to say anything? What did you do? She wants to be first. Okay, show them your art.
Yes, that's beautiful.
What do you want to say? What do you get?
Oh, good. Is the mic off?
There we go. I'll get
It is off.
There we go.
Say it again. Don't put it by your mouth.
What going to go beach?
Ah, nice.
There's your art.
We did math.
They did math?
Math?
Did you say math?
Well, we had to learn about tithing.
Oh,
What's tithing? But
Well, we wouldn't know unless we read your mind.
and they had to find out how much tithing out of a dollar.
oh, that was awesome.
So
Yeah.
they each brought a dime to put in the envelope.
That
Oh,
is some
that's
good
perfect.
information. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
We
All right.
went outside for a little bit and like hugged trees and cool stuff.
All right. Well, let's give them their blessing, all right? Oh, wait. You asked something else? No. You ready? You are amazing. You are perfect. You
You
are
are
magnificent. And we love you.
Love you.
Thank you, Miss Loya. Thank you, kids. If I will love myself,
Myself, I am a child of the universe, being born each moment.
All right, we have a few announcements.
But I would need my.
Yeah, is that your announcements?
Yes, I am tired of looking down at this thing because I decided to not have it perfect for you today. First of all, this Friday is our last spiritual cinema until we move. So there will not be one in September because we're going to be very active during that. But it is, chances are, and that's an oldie, but oh, such a goodie because we watched it and it fits right now current. It's with Sybil Shepherd, Robert Downey Jr., and Ryan O'Neal when they were all young. And yes, Mary. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And it's
that's
such a powerful, it's all about incarnation. As a matter of fact, it's this. A reincarnated man unknowingly falls in love. Now, don't get all weird, with his own daughter from a previous life. Once he realizes this, before you judge, he tries to end the relationship before angels erase his memory. So that's what's really cool. Yeah, it is so cool about reincarnation. It really makes you think, like, you go, I really would like to come back and meet. Not necessarily. But anyway, so the other thing that's happening is our wonderful telethon. And the first thing I want to say about this telethon, even though it's the last on this, I realized today, I won't point this person out, but I got a Facebook entry about the telethon.
It's Rob.
Yeah. And that they were saying, come on down, and I'm going to be doing a part in this, and I'm going to be doing, so come on down. And it reminded me of this. If you guys know me on Facebook, I put about 4 or 5 shots about this telethon constantly. But it's great. It's long, and a lot of people like it, but who's sharing it? Yeah, this isn't a scolding time, but I'm just going to let you know. And then they go, well, I don't do Facebook. I know, but you do email, and you do phone calls, and you do everything. So this is what I had an epiphany this morning. The way that we grow, the only way that this place is going to grow is if people know.
Ooh, that's
And that's our new mantra and T-shirt. We can grow if they know. And so I really would like that to be something. I don't know why I did not think of it more, but it's like if you're performing, you're doing, you guys do this occasionally, we're performing here, we're performing there, but really get out there and just say, there's a telethon happening. And if you don't like Sundays, it's really cool. You can even buy a little seat for a fundraiser to sit in here with our local talent and get excited. If they don't want to come on Sundays, no one's asking, we're not out there saying come on, but you can say tune in. I mean, if they don't want to give anything, it's fine. But my thing is, we have got to let people know what we're doing, and if we're excited about it. And if you're not, come see me. I'm going to be in the office. But does that make sense? All of a sudden, it just dawned on me. I went, I'm out there saturating it, and they're all like, oh God, here comes another Facebook. Yeah. So the investment, and first of all, I want to answer this one for some people online too. The investment that we give on the day of the telethon, or if you're leaving town and you're giving something before, is beyond what you give normally. So what that means is it's beyond what sustains our CSL Kauai. This is an extra thing that you want to do. 10%, and here's the one we've all been waiting for, 10% of all monies raised goes to Patrick Feren. No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to see if you were listening to me. 10% of all money is going to the Maui relief. And that's on that day. We already have sent money over because we're a tithing organization. And what that means is every time you give here, you give twice because 10% always goes out. And I'm not saying this from a bragging, but our center has given $146,000 in the last 10 years. And so that's the only way that Rita and I believe that this incredible center has gone forward, because we have never, even when someone has asked us, you need that 10% to survive, I said, well, then we will have to close the doors because it must go out. That's the kind of faith that we must have. Telethon is September 2nd from 10 to 4 p.m. online, and a few seats right here. There's going to be 20. It's $10 per hour. It's part of the fundraising. And this one I want to see. Yeah, I know, Rob. But we want the phones to be ringing off the hook. This is going to be one of those ones, because what happened is we originally, I'm not going to be afraid to talk about money, we originally started with $50,000 as our goal to really open this up. But we all know what happens in those kind of goals. It's it's going to be $100,000 before it's all done. You can't be afraid of the words. $100,000. Say it with me. $100,000. It's all God in action, for God's sake. And so that is what it is, and there's nothing to be afraid of. It's going to, when we are sitting there, I'm all excited now. When we're sitting there in the midst of Kauai, and they're over there at like Burger King going, I wonder, Centers for Spiritual Living Kauai. I was told not to use that as the reference point anymore, that the Big Save would be a better thing, because I go, it's right across the street from Burger King. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a vegan. If you are not available those hours, we're here for you. You can invest ahead of time, and we can add that amount as we go through the telethon. I hear there's a lot of matches in order, too. The Tree of Change, which is a tree that we're going to be creating as you walk in the door. There's going to be leaves with your name on it. There's going to be roots. I love the idea of roots, because the roots is our foundation, too, and the bark and branches. So they're going to all be whatever happens that day. And then, most of all, please do what? Share. She just shared right here. So we know that. And if you want to know online, Charles says we do Venmo, PayPal, checks. So,
That's it.
and what? Zelle, that's right. So, and also last but not least for this, testimonials. What they mean is, what has this center, even if you're visiting, what has it done for you? And just send us a little note, and during the telethon, we're just going to read the testimonials from people that have come and gone and are here and that, and all that kind of good stuff. So are you excited?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
Yay.
Okay,
and then
good.
Just 2 other announcements to put on your calendar. One of them is
Oh, yes.
that on October, one of the intentions for the new center is to really be more global and really start to bring people in and start to have workshops and guest speakers and things like that, and to really raise up our center and to have concerts and things like that. So the first guest that's coming makes a sense, because is our mentor, Reverend Dr. James Mellon, is going to give his workshop on his book, The 5 Questions. It's going to be on October 21st from 10 to 1 with lunch included. I think it's $75. It will. I don't know if we're going to live stream it or not. We'll
That's a good
talk about
question.
that.
We don't know
might.
yet.
And we probably will, because he has plenty of people that are on the mainland. So that's going to be our first off-island workshop. So we're really excited about that. And then the other thing, October 28th, we will be celebrating Rob Jones's life in a beautiful, amazing service. So yes, please put that on your calendar. It'll be at 10 a.m. in our new center. So we're October 28th.
That's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. Both of those events are on Saturdays.
And also, just for people online, the telethon, we're doing something different. We're having all of the members that have transitioned and we're going to have a special little moment with them, their pictures, and Rita's going to sing a song with that. And we're going to introduce the Rob Jones Memorial Fund for the live streaming thing. So we're doing a lot of wonderful things here, all because we're all entangled together. So let's tangle up, shall we?
Yes, let's close this thing out.
And welcome to people that came today for the first time. Thank you for coming and sharing yourselves with us.
People, are you listening to what we're about to say? 'Cause we are on a mission, trying to find a way. If you and me make a guarantee to spread a little aloha around the world. 'Cause I know we can work it out and make this world a better place for you and for me. Singing A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. We spread a little aloha around the world. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. Take it away, Revs.
All right. Let's give our thank yous, our great hearts filled with gratitude for Roseanne Jones, our practitioner today, and then our Malama team, I've got it here. Anna Myers and Michael Rollins, and Ron Stover, our hospitality chief, and Miss Loya, our youth mentor today, and Christina Rollins and Peggy Jerry in the bookstore. Yes. And Jonathan Lee on sound. Thank you, Jonathan. Charles Wolfork and Kiana on video. Yeah. Jeremy and Amy Brown, of course, our Soul Good family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Glenn Head and Sue Wood, who are our collection stewards today, and Angela Phillips, our administrator, and wow, and all of you for coming today and sharing your consciousness. I am so grateful. So let's just go from here with this beautiful energy and just light up the world. And so it is.
'Cause aloha means hello, and aloha means goodbye, and aloha means I love you. And I wanna take it higher. I wanna get high with a little aloha. I can touch the sky with a little aloha. Aloha. Spread a little bit of aloha. Put a little love in your heart. Let's take a little dip in the ocean. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright. We're singing A-L-O-H-A. A little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world.
Thank you, everyone. Aloha.
Happy birthday, Roseanne. We love
Happy
you.
birthday, Roseanne. Let's do it.
To you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Roseanne. Happy birthday to you.
Clap your hands, everybody.
Everybody
1,
clap
2,
'em.
3. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Hey!